Draft Week in episode 400 of the Purple Rain podcast, and our gift to you, a nice 5-round mock draft. That and so much more on this episode of the Purple Rain podcast. Yes. Welcome back to episode 400 of the Purple Rain podcast. Yes, 400. Me and Son have been doing a show for 6 years, but it's been I think 5.5, and we are at episode 400, which is crazy. So clap it up, I guess, for us for 400. And thank you all for coming through to this episode and spending your Mondays, Thursdays, heck, Saturdays, Sundays, any day of the week with us. We really, really appreciate it. But first off, you can follow us here on Instagram at the Purple Rain Podcast. This guy right here on Instagram or on X at Sutton Def. Me, Instagram simply as10.prod, X simply as10. And we have a very special guest with us to talk draft. It is draft week. We are, I think, 3 days away. I think 2 days and 20 some hours away from the draft. So we have right below us Mr. Chris Cooper. You can follow him on Instagram or on X at Chris Cooper _NFL. Welcome to the show. First time on. Glad to have you.
Appreciate you guys having me on.
Yeah.
First ever podcast, man. I'm excited. It's draft week. Ravens got new uniforms, new coaching staff. We're ready to roll, man. Let's get it. I'm excited.
Oh, yeah, that's right. We didn't even talk about the unis, Alex, man. I mean, you were at the event. Man, I mean, rate it 1 through 10, like your overall experience, real quick.
500. I mean, what other franchise sells out a concert venue on a Thursday night, rush hour traffic? I ran straight after work, changed in the mall parking lot, and out of my work clothes into my Raven shirt, my shorts, my hat. Met up with Mod Roosh. We went to it together, and it was insane. He got the New Jersey. They were giving away trading cards, which was up my alley because I'm a known card collector. It was a great night. And obviously, I think cherry on top, Trey Hendrickson coming out in the all-black uniform. I'm not going to lie. When they showed the video, I got goosebumps. I'm not going to lie. They showed on the big screen with the surround sound. They're beautiful. Knocked it out of the park. I cannot wait to get my hands on the jersey. And one of our lucky members will be getting a free Ravens jersey tonight, later in the episode. If you are a member, you're entered for the giveaway. So that's really exciting as well.
I'm not going to lie. When I saw that turnout for that event, I was like, what am I doing at my house right now? Why am I not there? That looks like a blast. Oh, my gosh, man. I missed out for sure.
Hey, Chris, which one is your favorite jersey?
It's got to be the all-white. I've always loved all-white uniforms, especially on the Ravens. With that purple, it's so fire.
Goodness,
I'm definitely getting one.
Ball. Yeah,
easily, sure. Man. I mean, it's the most underrated one. I get it. Listen, the Darkness Falls one, it's it gives you the most shock value, like a matte black helmet with the new front-facing logo on the side with the red eyes on. It's incredible. Don't get me wrong with the all-black unis, but that all-white, I mean, you kind of saw it in that reveal trailer with Kyle Hamilton, right? And I think Teddy Buchanan was also rocking that same kit with the all-white and that purple helmet. Man, that purple helmet goes absolutely insane. I was hoping that they would make one of those purple rising type helmets, because you remember the ones that came out in 2024, they had the front facing logo on it, but I was never really the biggest fan of the front facing logo. I always liked the side one. So the fact that they put the side Ravens logo on that purple rising helmet, man, means everything to me. I want to know where I can cop one of those helmets. I don't know where I can yet. Alex, maybe you can help me out with that, but yes, I need that in my life.
They were selling them there at the store.
What?
For $500.
Ooh,
we were talking to the guys there. The jerseys were, I think, $170. You get a mini helmet, I think, for about $40 to $50, but if you want the full size helmet, $500.
Nice. Okay. Got you. Yeah, I definitely. Maybe I will get the mini helmet just so it can fit comfortably behind me in my little studio setup right here. I think that would be perfect. So, we'll talk about how I can find one of those as well. So Anyways, we got a lot to get into today here on this episode of the Purple Rain Podcast, episode 400. Like my guy Alex said, we've been doing this show for 5, almost going on 6 years now, and you guys have been rocking with us every single step of the way. So, of course, thank you to you guys. Shout out to y'all in the chat. If you're in the live chat right now, clap it up for yourselves. Listen, if you're part of the hashtag replay gang on this episode, always leave a comment down below. Leave a comment down below with any of your thoughts, questions, comments, concerns. Again, we're going to get into this mock draft here very, very soon. So I want you guys to give us a grade on the mock draft, but most importantly, leave a thumbs up on the video. Helps us out a ton here at PRP and helps us continue to grow this channel and this community that we have coined the Rain Gang family. All right, gentlemen, let's go ahead and get into what we came here to get into first. First and foremost, we got to touch on this because we haven't talked about this since the last time we went live here. Dexter Lawrence is now in the AFC North. A lot of us thought that maybe the Ravens could try to, make a play for Dexter Lawrence. There were even some rumors kind of going around in the last couple of days that maybe the Ravens are trying to pursue him. But nope, he's going to the Cincinnati Bengals. And they traded the Giants. They traded Dexter Lawrence for the 10th overall picks. Now the Giants have picks number 5 and number 10. So all sorts of implications for the Ravens here as the Giants hop up ahead of the Ravens again in the first round. And now Dexter Lawrence is in the AFC North. Chris, I want to toss this first question to you. What did you make of Dexter Lawrence coming to the AFC North? What does that mean for the Ravens on the field? And what do you think it also means for draft night?
So like we were talking about before the show, I was trying to play it off. I was tweeting out stuff like, yeah, I'm not really that worried. We still got Derrick Henry, still got Lamar. But then I really started to think about it. And I'm like, damn, we don't have Tyler Linderbaum at center. We're probably going to have to draft a rookie center to block him because I can guarantee this is how it's going to work on the field. They're going to come out in what's called a tight front. So he's going to be lined up on the nose. And he's just going to go after whoever we have at center all game long. And it's going to be a problem. I mean, it's just, I'm not looking forward to it, to be honest with you. I'm worried, very worried. And I think that the Bengals are going to be pretty good this year, especially on defense.
Yeah. Alex, what did you make of it?
Yeah, I was not expecting it. I was actually out, heard my phone buzzing. I'm like, oh, that's not good. Whenever the phone starts buzzing, you know something happened. I look and like, Dexter Lawrence to the Bengals. And like, it always has to be in the AFC North, no matter what. You always got to bring the big boys up front. We thought we didn't have to play, Hendrickson 2 games a year. Nope, they go and get Dexter Lawrence. It just never gets easier, and it's a big pickup for them. We kind of talked about who they got in the offseason, Allen, Boy Mafe as well. Still look at them in the back end, the Bengals, but up front, if you can get pressure, it won't matter, man, in the back end. You'll make mistakes, and I think they'll be better than last year, but still a lot more ball to play, but I hope the Ravens can get this line fixed because it ain't looking pretty right now, and that's kind of, I think, what we're all worried about.
Yeah, man. Going into this, like we mentioned, going into the season with a rookie center against a prime Dexter Lawrence twice a year, that will be rough. And, you think about it, like overall, the Bengals might be a bit of an issue because you think about it, they already had a top 5 offense. They can put up 30 on any given day, with the likes of Joe Burrow, Chase, Higgins, all those boys. But all they really needed was just not even like the greatest defense, but just like a decent defense. And the addition of Dexter Lawrence, a guy who, again, like you mentioned, Chris, a guy who's going to line up right over the center and whoop his butt on most occasions, right? I mean, I think there's a crazy stat out there. I don't know if you guys have heard it. Like, he is way up there on the leaderboard in terms of like pressures and things like that for interior D linemen. It's crazy. Like the next highest player is like so many more pressures below him. So he's really, really good at getting pressures and really pushing the pocket towards the quarterback's lap. But this is why, again, I think that the Ravens need to be super duper intentional about drafting interior O linemen early in this draft. And speaking of the draft, we do have a mock draft coming up here in a second. But before we get to that, we do have our first super chat donation of the episode. This one's coming from Mad Rasta. Appreciate you, Mad Rasta, dropping the 2-piece in the chat. Says the revenge of Harbs. Every turn he will ruin us. Yeah, and then that's what I was also kind of asking. Do you think that John Harbaugh is kind of might be trying to undermine the Ravens in a way? I mean, he knows this organization very, very well. Spent the last 18 years of his career here, and he knows Eric DeCosta very well, and where he'll probably end up going first in this draft. So do you think that John Harbaugh maybe takes a player off of the board that the Ravens really might have wanted to get, and the Ravens are forced to maybe trade back or something like that? Like, do you think that Harbaugh had any little maybe I'm reading into it too much. Do you think that he had his hands on this and he knew what he was doing to the Ravens? Because I think so.
I do, but at the end of the day, at spot 10 in the draft, I mean, are we really going to trade up 4 spots? And at the end of the day, would have to probably give up our second round pick. I don't think we would give up first and a second just to go up 4 spots to 10. I mean, if we did, it would probably be for a guy like Jordan Tyson. I mean, but are you really going to give up all that draft capital just go up 4 spots? I just don't know.
Yeah. Well, that's another thing. We have seen Eric DeCosta be very aggressive this offseason, and I think that you'll see. I think the Ravens fans are in for a treat on Thursday, basically. I think that this is going to be the most exciting draft since I think the Hollywood Brown trade, right? You remember back a couple of years ago, Alex, that infamous draft episode we had? I think you could very well see something like that again here in this draft where the Ravens maybe part ways with like a Rashad Bateman and a 3rd-round pick or something like that to move up a couple of spots. You never know. But we will see. Thank you so much for your super chat donation, Mad Rasta. We appreciate that. Again, make sure you guys like the video and subscribe to the channel as well. Again, giving out a free jersey at the very end of this episode 400 of PRP. So if you still want to enter for that, you still have time. If you're watching live right now. All you got to do is join our channel membership and you will be added to the list of names that we will select from randomly at the end of the show. But here's the kicker. You do have to be in the live chat to claim your prize. Okay. We took the advice from our last giveaway, right? So you got to be in the live chat to claim your prize. And again, shout out to the entire Rain gang. We appreciate y'all for rocking with us here. So, okay, guys, let's go ahead and get into this mock draft here that we have. So let's go over here. And we're going to go with a 5-round mock here. Ravens, of course, only. And let me ask you this, Chris. When you do your mock drafts and things like that, I'm sure you've probably done a couple yourself. Do you select the big board like consensus or do you go like ESPN or do you? I normally do consensus, don't you?
I usually do. I've done a few with the PFF board, but I typically just go with that one that you have on there.
I feel like it's a good mix. It's a good mixture of them all. So we'll just go with that one. All right, cool. So let's go ahead and kick this thing off. Let me see here. Should start automatically. So we're just going to go through here and see what the situation is at pick number 14. And I want us to all kind of come to a consensus here on who the Ravens should get in these first 5 rounds in order to make this team Super Bowl ready contenders this year. So we're at pick number 14 already here. Before we take a look at that trade offer from the Steelers, which is wild to look at, you have Spencer Fano is already off the board. But right now, we still have Monroe Freeling, offensive tackle from Georgia, Kenyon Sadiq, tight end from Oregon, and Vega Ione, guard from Penn State. And then your guy Jordan Tyson is still down there as well. So plenty of options, but there is a trade offer here. Chris, I'll toss this to you with who you see on the board right now. Would you trade pick number 14 to the Steelers for pick number 21 and 53?
No, and for 2 reasons. One, I'm not trading to the Steelers because with our luck, they would pick a player that just goes off for them, who we probably wanted in the first place. But I saw that mouse go right over to number 16 on the board right there, and I know that's who you want, Mr. Vega from Penn State.
Oh, yeah.
That's who I have my eye on, but I was fooling with it earlier, and it's weird how the board falls when you pick him, because once you get to the second round, it's like, okay, well, now I should probably not go O-line and get a receiver or an edge. But then when you get to the third round, it's like, okay, do I go back to O-line even though I already got one in the first round? It's just like weird how the board falls like when you pick him first. So that's the only reason why I'm kind of shying away from it. But at the end of the day, he is the best player on that board, especially on the offensive line. I think he's going to be a future Hall of Famer. He's a fantastic player. He is a mauler in the run game. He can pass protect probably better than any offensive lineman besides the guy from Miami, Maui Noah.
Mm-hmm.
And I think he's going to fit our scheme. I think he can move. I think he is athletic, contrary to what a lot of people say that he can't move in space. He's not going to fit his own scheme. I don't believe that at all. I think he can move. He's super athletic, and he has that attitude that you want on the Ravens. He's feisty. He's a competitor, and he just wants it. And he goes all out every single snap, plays through the whistle. I don't know how you guys feel, but I think if he's there, you got to take him.
Yeah. Alex, your thoughts?
I think we've been on record, both Sutton and I, for how many weeks you would say? 5, 6 weeks. It's kind of
easily.
Like, it's got to be O-line, and I think it'll be contradicting for us not to take him, coming from two guys who I think, for rightfully so, complained or just were very upset with the O-line play for 17 weeks of the year. Seeing our quarterback go down, and when he comes back, we start winning games. It's not, a surprise. I'm all for it. Tyson up there obviously would be hard to pass on, but I think with what the reports have come out recently, I don't think he makes it past 10. It'd be interesting if those two were there, but yeah, Vega for me.
Well, if he is there, I mean, take a look at this, man. I mean, he was out there styling at his personal workout this past Friday, man. So a lot of talk recently has picked up on potentially going after a Jordan Tyson with that 14th overall pick, and that would be kind of like that X wide receiver one that would complement Zay Flowers really, really well. And you think about it this way, guys. Look at the guard situation right now. And Chris, I'm gonna toss it to you with this one. Don, appreciate the 5 gifted memberships in the chat, man. That is huge. Absolutely huge here on episode 400 of the Purple Rain podcast. We appreciate you so much, brother. 5 new people have just been entered in for a chance to win that next flight jersey at the end of this episode. So shout out to you, Don. Thank you so much, brother, for making it rain here on the Purple Rain podcast. But listen, guys, so like I said, the situation at guard right now, and Chris, I want to toss this to you because you mentioned Jordan Tyson. So I really want you to break it down on why you would pass on him if he did fall to 14, because the Ravens have a left guard, John Simpson, who they paid big money to. He's going to play. Right guard, you have Emory Jones. You have Andrew Voorhees. Both of those guys who I think that they're probably pretty darn high on right now, and I think that they're going to let them battle it out. So would it make the most sense, really, truly, to spend that pick number 14 on a Vega Ione when you do have some pieces there that could work? Again, you know what left guard is going to look like, but that right guard is, of course, is still a question. I mean, there's still even guys out there like a Kevin Zeitler who you could still bring in for like a year or so who could fit that role. So with that being said, and what you see here from Jordan Tyson, do you think it would be better to go ahead and just get the weapon and just completely change the look of this offense, or still eat your vegetables, get Vega? He's a guy who can potentially be a Hall of Famer. What do you think?
I'll tell you what, the more I watch this clip right in front of me, the more I kind of want to change the pick, but I'm not going to do that. I mean, he's an outstanding player. He is going to be an absolute baller in the league. I would not be mad if we got him whatsoever. If we passed up on Vega to get him, I'm not going to complain. You will see a lot of people complain, but I'm not going to be one of them because I have a feeling this guy is just going to break out immediately. And I think I tweeted this last night. The way he moves, he reminds me of a taller OBJ. He's just smooth, fluid, explosive, can jump out of the gym. I mean, look at that. I mean, that's just insane. I mean,
kind of reminds me of like no, it kind of reminds me, and let me know if you guys agree here, but I remember like the last time I saw a wide receiver making these type of catches in like personal workouts and things like that leading up to the NFL draft was CeeDee Lamb. He kind of gives me a little bit of CeeDee Lamb, with that type of athleticism. And for Lamar Jackson to have a receiver who can, have the catch radius like this guy, have the athleticism, jump out of the gym, playmaking ability of a Jordan Tyson, I think that could bode very, very well for this offense. But again, man, it's tough. It's so, oh my goodness, man. I'm right there with you, Chris. Like, I want to take this off. Let me get this off the screen, because I'm going to go ahead and convince myself.
He's just growing on me by the second right now.
Yeah. So I think we're going to go ahead with Vega Ione. We got to eat our fruits and veggies here. You guys consensus on that? We're good on that?
I'm cool. I'm down for it.
All right, let's do it. We're drafting them. We got them. All right, so let's keep it moving here. So right after us, the Jets pick Jordan Tyson, just right there. Man, kind of hurts. So the Ravens don't pick until 45. You see a lot of names going off the board. So, Chris, where do you think that the Ravens should go next here? Granted, if they picked Vega 14, based off of how the draft is falling right now, you can kind of see the names going live off the board. Who would you pick, or what position would you pick next?
So, kind of like I said before, it really just depends on how the board falls, what kind of trades happen. It's obviously not going to make sense to go back to an offensive lineman unless there's one of the centers, but I'm thinking you got to go either edge or receiver here. And from what we have here,
let's take a look at the receivers really quick. So you can go through these receivers and let us know which ones do you like the most here for the second round pick.
Chris Brazzell is one of my favorite receivers that I watched on film. I watched him in depth. I watched, I think, 7 or 8 of his games from 2025. That guy, he is insane. 6'4", 200 pounds. I think he ran a 4.3 something at the combine. So with that size and speed, I mean, that is your X receiver right there. That guy will be making 4.37. I mean, that's just insane at that size. He's super sudden off the line of scrimmage. He can catch through contact. He can snap off at routes at the top of the stem. Really good. I mean, I just love that guy as a player. I don't know if we can really reach for him right now, especially if there's an edge that I like, which I would have to see the board. I do like the guy Gabe Akis out of.
Oh, he's there. He's there.
Right there.
Yeah.
Yep.
So I like him. He's more of like a 3-down edge prospect. He can play the run pretty well. He can rush with strength. He has a really good long arm and a bull rush. I mean, he can get after it. I'm not sure how he tested. I want to say he didn't really do a lot of the testing at the combine, I'm pretty sure, but I think he's going to be a really good player. If you could go back to the receivers real quick, see who else is there.
Sure.
Because I do like Chris Bell too. He reminds me of like AJ Brown, but can run after the catch a little bit better. He had a play against Miami, I think it was, and I think it was in my breakdown actually. He caught a slant and did this crazy like sidestep move without even like looking at the guy that was closing in on him. He just knew he was there, caught it, sidestep upfield, and took it to the house. It was an insane play. He's a really good player. He is coming off the ACL, I believe. He didn't finish the season. That happened back in November, I want to say. That's really the only knock on him at this point. He'll probably fall to the second or third round, I think. But a lot of people were saying that before the injury, he would probably be one of the like top 2 or 3 guys off the board at that position. So what do you think right here? Do you think edge or receiver, or do you guys think something else?
Alex, what do you think? An edge or receiver here? What would you go?
Can I see edge one more time? I think he got taken. Yeah, Cassius Howe, I think got taken. I like him a lot. He's probably one of my favorites.
I like all those guys, to be honest with you, but probably not.
But do you really think that second round edge? I mean, you just got Trey Hendrickson. You also have a Mike Green, who I think we can all kind of agree he's going to take the next step forward this year. I think he put on a little bit more weight. He was getting weight bullied a little bit last year, but I think he has the pass rush move. So again, like I always say on this channel, Alex, with the gravity that Trey Hendrickson is going to command, I think Mike Green's going to have a lot of opportunities. I still really like Tavius Robinson as kind of like an all-around edge guy. So, I mean, do you really think that? I think you got to go wide receiver here. I'd go wide receiver because, I mean, the defense has a ton of pieces right now. I mean, we've got all pros, we've got Pro Bowlers, but as we all know, going into this season, we knew that the offense just needed some fine tuning, basically meaning interior O-line needed to be addressed, and we need to get Lamar Jackson another legitimate weapon that can complement Zay Flowers. I mean, we are huge Rashad Bateman truthers on here, but honestly, right now, Rashad Bateman and Lamar Jackson, their connection is a little bit of an unknown, right, to say the least. So I think that if you bring in a weapon here, a wide receiver, that could bode well for this offense and really, really change the dynamic of some of these games that we have this year with a more explosive offense. So my vote is for a wide receiver. And if you say Chris Brazzell II, I'm good with that. Alex, do you agree there?
I'm sorry. Go ahead. I would like to see what kind of D tackles are left on the board. Just curious. Sure. I don't really know if there's going to be anybody. I like Grayson Halton. I love that guy, but I don't know if you can spend a second on him. He's probably going to go in the third. He's a guy that could slip right in, especially if we don't have Matabike, that's a huge question in this draft for us. And I think the Ravens probably should know if he's going to be playing or not. Because, I mean, if you got a lot of draft capital, we need to know if he's going to be playing or not. And I have a feeling that they probably do. So I don't know if you have to go with D tackle this early. There's really not anybody that pops out. I do like Lee Hunter, but I don't think I'm going to spend our second on him. And like I said, I like Grayson Halton, but probably not going to do a second on him. So I'm fine with going wide receiver here.
All right.
Yeah, I'm going with that too. I think contingent upon like if you can sign Clowney and DJ Reader, and then if you draft one of those guys second round, it's like where do they fit in at this point? So I'm definitely fine with receiver right here. I'm good with that.
All right.
I saw a tweet today from I think it was Underdog that some NFL GMs say that Chris Brazzell rivals Jordan Tyson, and I want to say they said that they have like the same kind of traits, and a lot of teams are really high on Brazzell right now. So he should probably be higher than 60 on that big board, to be honest with you.
Well, shoot. Welcome to the Ravens, Chris Brazzell II. We got him. I mean, and look, I know this is your first time here on our show, Chris, but like, here's the thing. I have always been a big proponent of going out and getting a bigger body wide receiver, 6'4" or above. I dearly, dearly miss the Anquan Bolden days, right? That's what I've been waiting for the Ravens to get back to, a guy like that, you know. We got another gift giver. Oh, man, it's Christmas. It's Christmas here on episode 400 of the Purple Rain podcast. Big shout out. Big Cuz 4109 gifting the 5 memberships in the chat. Appreciate you, Big Cuz. Thank you so much, man, here on this episode 400 of PRP, making it rain, man, on the Purple Rain podcast. We appreciate you. Let me see the recipients of that one. So Engraven is in the house. He was a gifted membership. What's up, Engraven? Appreciate you for coming through, brother. Let me see. We had Engraven on last week, right, Alex? We had a great conversation. Had a great conversation with Engraven, man. Make sure you guys go ahead and subscribe to Team Keep It Clean as well. Let me see who's the other recipients of this membership here. Mr. 205, Young Savage, Daryl Winston, 8909, got Suze B, and then the Birds Are Back. All now members of the Rain Gang family, and more importantly, all now in the running to win a free Next Flight jersey. Again, stick around in this episode. We're not giving out the Mickey Mouse winners today. Not this time. You know, you got to be in the chat. You got to be in the chat to claim your prize. So make sure you stick around for the giveaway later in the show. Okay. So I think we have gotten around. And again, thank you so much, Big Cuz, for the membership. And then Zach just recently became a member as well of the channel. Appreciate you, Zach White. We see you there, brother. All right. So we went ahead and we got Chris Brazzell. So now we're at pick number 80. So the Ravens, we've already addressed. Let's see. We've already addressed guard. We've gotten Lamar Jackson, his guard of the future. We've also gotten him a number 1 wide receiver that you're going to bring in, and day one you're going to install him to make him to give him opportunities, right? So where do you think that the Ravens should go next if they start the draft in this fashion, Chris?
I think at this point, you're going to have to go center, especially with Sam Heck on the board. That guy, I was watching some of his film today. I haven't watched him in depth yet, but I've watched enough to know that that guy can probably come right in and start at center, especially in our new offense. This guy can move in zone. I mean, he's got quick feet. He can pass protect extremely well, and he's also kind of a mauler in the run game too. Like, you'd be surprised. He's not that big. He's only 6'4", 300. Which, I mean, it's pretty big for his position, but he can get after it for sure. I would take him here, no questions asked. You got to get that. You just got to do it. I mean, just like we said before, we got Dexter Lawrence in our division, playing him twice a year. We cannot go into this season without a new starting center, and I think we got to take him.
All right.
I think this is it. Run it up. Take the card.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I like that too. I mean, you know what? Let me just go ahead and take him first. I love this draft so far. I absolutely love this draft because, again, we went heavy. We went aggressive on the offensive line. You got one of the best centers coming out of this draft. You got the best guard in the draft. And then you have a weapon for Lamar. And then again, like I said before, the defense is taken care of. I mean, you got Trey Hendrickson. You got hopefully Nnamdi Madubuike coming back. Fingers crossed on that, like we mentioned. Travis Jones, of course. You've got Roquan Smith, who I think under the tutelage of Jesse Minter and company will turn the clocks back with us. Kyle Hamilton, who we already know is going to kind of be like that Joker card, on the back end of that defense, just kind of wherever they decide to put him. And then not to mention, again, like I mentioned with Jesse Minter, a defensive-minded head coach. I think that the defense is in very, very good hands, and our draft reflects that so far. I'm absolutely loving it. If you're loving it so far and you're watching, please leave a like on this video and subscribe to the channel as well. Again, today we are joined by Chris Cooper, NFL analyst. You can find him on X, Instagram, YouTube at Chris Cooper _NFL. And again, we thank you so much for coming through to this episode, brother. Let me see. So we've got 190 people watching live right now. Again, shout out to you guys. Again, be sure to like the video. This is episode 400 of PRP. We did get another, let me see. Yeah, we got another member. Rasmusu Z5X just joined the Rain Gang membership. Appreciate you, brother. Thank you for joining the Rain Gang. You are now in the running to win that next flight jersey at the end of the show.
Quick,
yeah.
We're at 35 likes. Can we get to the 50, please?
Oh, yes. Please. Let's bump it up. Come on. Appreciate y'all. But yeah, I'm loving the draft so far. Alex, what are your thoughts?
I like it a lot. I see some people saying they want a Bell. I'm going to have to play low devil's advocate. 4 years ago, we drafted somebody coming off of an torn Achilles, I believe it was, at his pro day and David Ajabo at 45. If we were to draft an I-word player again at 45, can you imagine the uproar from the Ravens fans? I'm cool with Brazel at 45. Genuinely, I'm cool with it.
Yeah, very cool with it. Me too. Yeah, no more Michigan guys. I'm sorry. Anywho. All right, let's move on here. So here we are at, let me see, pick number 115. Again, we've already addressed the offense, and now I think it's probably time we go D-tackle. What are you thinking, Chris?
It's either D-tackle or a 3-down edge for me. I'm leaning towards a 3-down edge just because, like I said before, we have Travis Jones. I'm hoping we have Beaks back. I mean, if we have him back, you can pretty much do whatever you want in this draft. As long as you get that offensive line taken care of. I mean, it's just straight up best player available at that point, which I'm praying for his health. I really hope he can come back, man. He is one of my favorite players. Yeah. But let's see here. Checking out my big board to see who else we got here.
For sure.
What kind of D tackles are left?
Yeah, let's see.
Yeah. Ooh, Darrell Jackson's still there. Wow.
Is he one of the guys who was high on your board?
Yeah. He's not an edge. He's more of a 3 technique. Really good run stopper, and he's a massive guy, as you can see, 6'6", 315 pounds. He comes off the ball quick. He's got quick feet, strong hands. I mean, he just throws people like all over the field. I mean, he's an awesome player. Can you go back to the list real quick? I want to see who else we got. But I am leaning towards Darrell Jackson at that pick. Honestly, can't believe he's still there. We're in round 4 too. I mean, yeah, I don't expect him to be there.
Tyler Onyedim, DeMonte Capehart, Zane Durant, Rayshawn Benning, Xavier Harris, Dante Corleone. Then edge guys, you got LT Overton, Anthony Lucas, Mason Reiger, Max Llewellyn, Nadami Tucker, Tyreek Sapp. Yeah, go ahead.
I like LT Overton, but I mean, if you're going to draft at this point on defense on the line, you might as well just go best player available, and I think that's going to be Darrell Jackson, to be honest with you.
Okay.
What do you guys think?
Yeah. I'm not mad at that.
I'm not mad at that either. Again, when it comes to the edge rushing room, I'm fine with what we have right now. Now, do I want the Ravens in the later rounds of this draft to go ahead and get another young edge that we could potentially develop into, a player of value? Sure. But as of right now, I think that D-tackle is the right pick because, like we mentioned before, we're not sure about the future of Nnamdi Madubuike. So why not get younger and cheaper there while we can, especially considering there's such a huge cap hit from Nnamdi Madubuike, from his contract. So I definitely agree here with Darrell Jackson Jr. Alex, you're good with that?
Yeah, I agree. I mean, we saw Travis Jones was fighting for his life, kind of like he was the only one out there for a while last year.
Yeah.
I think edge-wise, EDC will sign somebody, a vet. It might be Clowney. There could be somebody cut in June. Who knows? But I'm perfectly fine with this pick right here.
All right, so we're going to go ahead and draft Mr. Darrell Jackson Jr. You are now a Raven. Keep it moving here. The next pick the Ravens have is 154. Chris, how are you feeling about the tight ends in this draft?
Oh,
I like him a lot. A lot of people have us picking Kenyon Sadiq with our first pick, which, again, I'm not going to complain about it. It's not going to be my first selection, but that guy's a baller, man. What did he run in the 40? He was in the 4.4s, I want to say. I mean, super athletic, can climb the ladder, get the ball. Great
He ran a
route.
4.39.
Yeah, I mean, he was fast. But I don't know if I would spend that 14th pick on him. But again, I'm not going to complain if we get him. I mean, he looks really good in a Ravens jersey.
Oh, for sure, definitely. Super athletic, like you mentioned, crazy speed, especially for a tight end, man. I think that he could definitely be a big playmaker for Lamar Jackson and kind of replace what Isaiah Likely was. But obviously not in this draft, not in this universe here that we're drafting in. He's already well off the board. So what we're looking at right now, I see a couple of guys who are available. None of the guys that I really was looking at in this draft, they're all off the board at this point. But I do think that the Ravens probably should go for a tight end at this pick here. So let me see. Is running back still available? But I don't think the Ravens would go running back in round or with the pick number 154. You guys think? I don't think so.
I mean, if you think about it, at the tight end position, we picked up the guy from the Bears, Smythe.
Yeah.
He's going to get a lot of playing time. And I know the Bears last year, I want to say they ran 11 and 12 personnel, the most or top 5 in the league. So you're going to have a lot of 2 tight end sets out there. Mm-hmm. So that's going to be like Mark Andrews and Smythe a lot of the time. So yes, we need to get a couple tight ends, probably 1 or 2, but I don't think it's terribly pressing, especially if there's not a guy there on the board that you like. All the guys in terms of receiving tight ends that I like are gone. I'll be honest with you. I haven't scouted a lot of these guys. Let's see here. Are you sold on that right now for the tight end, or do you want to see?
I think let me look at all here. Who's all available? Anybody up here who you might have taken a look at?
So, Prysock was mocked to us by a lot of people. I like his game. He's got good ball skills. He's fluid. He can turn his hips. He can play man, zone scheme. That wouldn't be a bad pick. I don't really think. I do think we do have a need at corner, but the more I think about it, we're going to be in Minter's system. We're going to have probably 3 safeties on the field, more than most teams. I think I pulled up a stat earlier today. See if I can find it real quick. So Minter last year, he ran match zone 81% of the time and only played man 13% of the time. And his blitz rate was 19%. He played light box rate 55% of the time. And we're going to be with 3 safety sets a lot of the time. We will play some dime here and there, but I think we have pretty solid depth at corner right now. I'd love to see what TJ Tampa can do this year. I hope he gets a shot. We just signed Cheeto to a 1-year deal, so I really liked him last year, although he broke my heart in that last game against the Steelers.
Oh, my goodness. That slip was crazy, bro.
I'm not going to hold it against him, though, because he played his ass off all season. But
oh, yeah, for sure.
I do think it would be smart to get a corner at some point in this draft.
I think so, too. Honestly, the more that we're talking about it here, I think that the Ravens should go corner at this pick here. You look at our selections already. You got a guard, you got wide receiver, you got center. I think that really covers the offense, and especially when we talked about tight ends. I get it. You want somebody who's going to come in and replace Isaiah Likely, but you just drafted Chris Braswell II, who you intend to come in. I mean, with a second round pick value, you expect him to come in and actually produce. And oh, by the way, you just re-signed Mark Andrews to a 3-year extension. So no, we better get something out of Mark Andrews. Like he better still be the Mark Andrews of old, So I think that it would be smart here to go with a corner. And you said you were looking at Ephesians Prysock, right? Right. He was pretty high on your board. I'm good with that. Yeah. Alex, what do you think?
Yeah, I just did a video on him. I'm perfectly fine with that. Perfectly fine.
Okay. Nice. And then look, he measures up pretty well. Too. 6'3".
Yeah, he's long.
Better than average hand size and arm length. I like that. Vertical jump is up there too. So 50-50 balls, you can get up there with the best of them. Love that. Yeah, I'm cool with this. All right, let's go ahead and get Ephesians Prysock here. And then we have one more pick. Actually, no, 2 more picks, it looks like. Well, this is only a 5-round mock. I forgot we had a lot of 5th-round picks.
Yeah, we got
That's what it was. Oh, my gosh.
Can I see who all we have so far?
Yeah, so that's going to be on the left here. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm liking that a lot.
Yeah. It's a great draft so far.
I mean, it would make sense to get a tight end, but I just don't know enough of these guys, man.
Yeah,
I don't know how these people scout like 250 players a year. It's crazy.
I don't know.
I do not have the time for that.
I mean, 6'4", 246 Ole Miss senior Daquan Wright is the best player available at tight end at this point. So I think we go with him. Big body, you know what I'm saying? Explosiveness and contact balances and blocking as well. Blocking is another one of his strong suits. So I think that the Ravens would love a guy like a Daquan Wright. Again, I haven't done the deepest dives on any of these guys here at this point in the draft, of course, but I think we should go with a tight end and best player available. What do you guys think?
I think Yuri actually did a cut up on that guy, if I'm not mistaken. I want to say it was Yuri. Yeah, so how tall is that guy again?
6'4", 246.
246.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So, and his top 5 traits are run after the catch and contact balance, explosiveness, blocking, long speed, and then agility and twitch. So, physicality wise, not the best route runner, but like this guy, I think can come in and play hard nosed, gritty AFC North football at that tight end position. And the Ravens are known to develop tight ends. So I'm good with this. Let's go ahead and draft him.
Let's get down.
All right. Couple picks left. We got 2 picks left here. Let's see if it gets back.
I hope we trade some of these picks to move up in the first round to get Ruben Bain, man. I'll tell you.
Yeah.
They're going to want a lot more than a couple of 5th round picks.
Yeah. The Browns trying to trade with us. Get out of here. So at this point, I mean, we've pretty much addressed most of the needs that the Ravens have. Are there any needs we're missing here, Chris?
See here. We got our guard, got our center, got our receiver, tight end, got a D tackle, corner. Pressing needs, I want to say we're pretty covered. I mean, I think we can go best player available at this point.
Yeah, same. And the best players available at this point.
Oh, can you check out the running backs real quick?
Oh, sure, yeah.
Okay. I wanted to see if somebody's still there.
Roman Hemby.
Is Nick Singleton? So he's got to be gone. Yeah, he's gone. Man, I love that guy. I have a feeling
you're talking about Roman Hemby.
I don't want to happen, but it's just he went to Maryland. He's from here. It makes sense, but I wouldn't be a big fan of it. I'll be honest with you.
Edgewood, Maryland. Okay. Yeah. I mean, I can see the Ravens. The Ravens are always good for bringing in a Maryland kid. So I don't know. I mean, but running back, though, I mean, do you really think that? Because you got Henry, you've got Hill and Ali. Do the Ravens really draft a running back with one of their 11 draft picks, or is it one of those things where they go out and they get a UDFA, and they try to turn one of those guys into? Because wasn't Keaton Mitchell a UDFA? Yes. If I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, he was. Yeah.
They go for another one of those type of deals, Outside of, I mean, I really don't see any other positions that the Ravens could. That the Ravens, is it like a pressing need right now? You mentioned having multiple safeties on the field. I know we've got the likes of Hamilton, Starks, and Hawkins now, but maybe they try to look at another safety. I don't know.
I do like Jalen Husky out of Maryland.
Yes, I do like him.
I've heard a lot of good things about him. He had a really good pro day too.
Yeah, I've seen him play in person a multitude of times. I like what he can bring, cover the back end. I wouldn't hate this pick at all. I really wouldn't.
At this point, I'm between safety and running back because I feel like most people didn't think we were going to keep Ali last year. Like, I didn't think that we would have 3 running backs on the roster all year. We had 4 running backs on the roster last year. I did not think that we would do that. I don't think we're going to do that this year. If we do, we'll probably keep one on the practice squad, but I don't think this coaching staff is going to be too high on Ali. I think he's a pretty good player, but I mean, he barely made the team last year. I mean, it wouldn't be too bad of an idea to get some young blood in there, preferably somebody that can catch out of the backfield and pass block. That's why I really like the guy out of Penn State, man. He's awesome, but he's long gone at this point.
Yeah. I mean, Roman Himby's still there, Alex, so we could go ahead and we could draft him, get this running back with this last pick and just see what it is there. I mean, yeah, we got the tight end already. Of course, we're not looking at quarterback at all.
The more I think about it, I think it makes more sense to get a safety at this point.
Really? Why you say that?
Yeah, I mean, because at this point, we only have 3 on our roster.
Yeah.
If I'm not mistaken. We got rid of Sanusi Kane, or is he still hanging around?
He's gone.
Yeah, he's gone. Oh, I don't have it up in front of me. Yeah, I mean, we're probably going to have to pick up another safety or 2 at some point this offseason.
Okay, so do you think we just go BPA here at safety, or any of those guys? Do you know these guys? You said Husky. You guys were mentioning him, right?
From Maryland. Yeah, I think.
Okay.
I mean, he's from Maryland. I mean, why not? Let's just give him a shot.
I went to Boca a couple years ago for this exact reason, so why not Husky?
We got him.
It's a bit of a reach, but hey, he's from Maryland. Let's just do it.
It's like you have 11 freaking picks. It's like you might as well do some stuff like this, And this is why we're saying, like, package up some of these picks and let's get back into, the second or third round, whatever. Package up some of these picks and take a big swing and move up in the first round, one of the two. But we're on our final pick here. Let me see. So we've covered pretty much every single base imaginable, and this is actually a back-to-back pick, 173 and 174. So let me see here. Any interest in linebacker? Chris, what's your assessment of the Ravens' current linebacker situation? Roquan, Trenton Simpson, and Teddy Buchanan. First of all, who do you think starts between Trenton Simpson and Teddy, assuming Teddy will be ready to go? And who do you think works best in the Jesse Minter system?
So from what I heard, it sounds like Buchanan will be good for the start of training camp. I was actually kind of shocked when he started over Trenton Simpson last year. I don't know if I necessarily agreed with it right away, but he took some strides throughout last year, and he became a really solid player for us. I mean, we got him in the 3rd round last year. You don't really expect a 3rd-round linebacker to come in and start all those games. He had a lot to learn, but I mean, he progressed really well throughout the season. I think he should be the starting will linebacker. I do think that Simpson is still going to see the field a lot. He's going to be probably, I don't think they're going to split time, but I think he'll also get some snaps at will. He'll be playing Sam. He'll be getting after the passer. But for Jesse Minter's system, more times than not, you're only going to have 2 linebackers on the field. So it might be a thing where they have to split reps. But if you ask me who I would take between those 2 to start that will, it would probably be Teddy Buchanan at this point.
Gotcha.
Barring his health and he doesn't take a step back, I think he should be the guy.
Yeah. I agree. I mean, I saw Teddy Buchanan when he, like, in preseason, I saw early flashes of just like pure instinct out there playing that linebacker position, because that's the main thing that you need when you're playing in between the secondary and the D line. You need to be able to kind of key in on anything that the offense may be doing. That you're kind of like that manager, like you're playing that managerial role, like in a retail store or something like that, where you kind of have to have your hands in all things, like covering and then stepping up and getting in the A gap and things like that. I saw Teddy Buchanan do a lot of that good stuff. So, and even from the weak side. So yeah, I definitely agree there. But let me see here. I think we got one more pick, right? Yeah, we got one more pick here. Linebacker. Do you think that we go for another linebacker here? Just like a deep linebacker? I mean, again, you have to start questioning, like, are all of these guys even going to make the team? at this point. Like,
Yeah, I mean,
it's kind of hard with 11 draft picks. Yeah, go ahead.
I don't think we're going to use all these picks. I mean,
I hope not.
I really hope we trade up in the first round, and it's going to take a lot to get who I want. But man, if we can make a move for Bane, if he slips to around 8 or 9, I think you got to do it. I mean, he's that 3-down edge that we need. He can stop the run. He can set the edge. He can get after the passer with power and speed. I mean, that guy's going to be a stud in the league for sure.
And then you're looking at rounds 2 through 4 straight interior O-line, right? I mean, at that point,
you would pretty much have to, and there's a lot of depth there too. I mean, you got Chase Besantis out of Texas A&M. I'm really high on him. You got Pregnon out of Oregon, and then you got like 3 or 4 centers that I think can start right away. That'll probably go day 2. So yeah, which is why I said, like, if you go with the offensive lineman first, it just changes so much for not only how we draft, but every other team that needs that same position. I mean, they're going to be scrambling.
Yeah. I really like this guy at the combine, Taylon Green, quarterback out of Arkansas. I know the Ravens are not in the market for a quarterback, but I did like what I saw from him when he was thrown at the combine. And he's like super fast too, I want to say.
Yeah, he did really good at the combine.
Yeah, 4.36. Yeah.
I watched him on film because I was actually looking at a receiver, Omega Blake from that school, who I think is probably going to go late rounds, possibly a undrafted free agent. But man, that guy Green can play. He has a whip for an arm, crazy athlete, can run all over the field. It's going to take. He would be more of a project. He would have to sit for like a few years, but don't be surprised if that guy's making plays on Sunday at some point.
Yeah. Now, I do think that with this final pick here, if I was the Ravens, like if I were Eric DeCosta, you know their philosophy is you can never have too many DBs, right? You can never have too many DBs. So I could totally see the Ravens doubling up on corner here and just going for another one of these guys, who are deep in the draft here. So do you guys agree there, or do you think that we should go with a different position to end this off?
I do kind of regret not drafting an edge, but I mean, the way it fell, there just really wasn't a 3-down guy that could slip right in and play, which.
But this is why you bring in Clowney, no?
Yeah.
I would love to, man. I would do it in a heartbeat.
For sure. And I think that might be like the plan. Go ahead, Alex.
Another thing with corners, you have Longer Beam and Kone still from last year.
Yeah.
You draft somebody, it's like, well, there's 2 more wasted picks of a day 3. And that's kind of why we're sitting here harping to trade day 3 picks to move up, because they're not all going to make the team. That's kind of
I did mention earlier that like I would like for the Ravens to draft an edge like later on in this one. So I'm thinking we go with one of these edge guys. I guess we go best player available at this point, no?
Yeah.
Why not? Run it.
Be Nadami Tucker,
Western
Michigan.
Hold on. He's a little small, 6'2", 247. He ain't no 3-down guy. There's no way.
No way. All right, let's keep it. Tyreek Sapp, 6'2", 273.
I just want a guy that's at the edge and has a little bit of pass rush juice in him too. That'd be ideal. Unfortunately, I don't really know these guys.
Yeah. I mean, when it comes to size, it looks like this guy has got Nadami Tucker beat. So, I mean, Florida guy, I'll take him. I say we go Tyreek Sapp here to end it off. I mean, we get our edge. Maybe we can develop him. Again, coming in, I really have a lot of faith in Jesse Minter. Looking what he was able to do with the Los Angeles Chargers, do more with seemingly less. I mean, you can honestly just look at what Odafe Owe did. His turnaround, a complete 180 from what he did with the Ravens, and it was wild to watch. And again, I also think that with Trey Hendrickson being on the Ravens now, like teams are going to have to allocate extra resources to his side of the field to block him, especially on obvious passing downs. Now, I get it. He's not necessarily the best 3-down guy in terms of stopping the run and things like that. And that's what we might be looking for here in this draft. But I do also think that this is where guys like Roquan Smith have to step up, and be more impactful and kind of be that linebacker that's flying all over the place. Roquan Smith has no problem getting tackles, but it's just about being an impact player. So we'll see if he kind of steps up and his production is able to help the run defense a little bit more. Of course, having a DJ Reader if they bring him in, and then also having Nnamdi Madubuike if he comes back, and then Travis Jones, all those guys. Of course, we still have John Jenkins. I think that the run defense will be fine. Now, in terms of like outside zone and things like that, you're running directly at a Trey Hendrickson, which is I'm sure the Ravens do not want. But I think that they have other weapons. Kyle Hamilton is another big factor in stopping the run. As much as that sounds weird because he's a safety, right? But that's how they use him. So I hate to say it, and Chris, I want to know if you agree, but like I think that there's just other ways that they're going to kind of manufacture run defense, the Ravens are, as opposed to getting, an edge who's just known for being that 3-down guy. What do you think about that?
Yeah. So a lot of the blitz rate stat for the Chargers last year was against the run. They blitz into runs all the time, and that's why they were really good at stopping the run. You're going to see that a lot this year. You'll see corners coming. You'll see safeties. You'll see linebackers coming off the edge. I mean, this defense is going to be completely different. Minter is a genius. I just started watching all of their film from last year.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's insane the way he sets up quarterbacks for failure. He has so many ways to spin coverages late to make it look like something pre-snap, and it's completely different post-snap. He has so many different like blitz variations. I mean, this guy is a genius, and he is going to have this defense firing on all cylinders this year for sure.
Yeah, I think that pick play that he does with like the dynamic safety where like they end up getting through the A gap and rushing the quarterback. I cannot wait to see how he just again like manufactures chaos on the interior of that offensive line, man, and then that's going to open up so many more opportunities for the guys on the outside as well. So I'm excited for a guy like Mike Green, man. Man, I cannot wait. How many more months we got left, Alex? Like 5 months, 6 months till football's back.
Too many, man. Too many.
It's too many months. Alex is going to be stressed. He's going to be stressed, and you're kind of you're kind of like heartbroken from Arsenal and things like that. You probably need a break from fandom.
I hate to say if my soccer team were to win, it's like football season. It's gonna mean something, but not as much. But who knows? I'll try to change my tune come like August. Come the first preseason game, and I'm there. Yeah, I'll change my tune.
Yeah.
I mean, if you think about it, like the week after the draft, they roll right into rookie minicamp. Like I want to say like the week after that. And then after that, you got like 3 weeks off, and then you're getting into like OTAs, and then we're going to be rolling right into football season soon, man. So it's creeping up on us. Let's just get to this draft, and let's not make these fans mad with this first pick on Thursday, because I'm sure there's going to be a lot of talk about it.
Yeah. And I mean, honestly, if the Ravens end up like trading back, I'm going to be pretty pissed. I'm not going to lie. I'm going to be pretty pissed, unless they nail the picks in rounds 2 through 4, and we'll see if they do. But listen, guys, here's our overall draft here. They gave us a B grade on this one. As you guys can see, at pick number 14, we selected Vega Ione. At pick number 45, we selected Chris Braswell II, wide receiver out of Tennessee. At pick number 80, we picked Sam Heck, the center from Kansas State. And then we also picked Daryl Jackson, defensive tackle from Florida State. Prysock, cornerback from Washington. Daquan Wright, tight end from Ole Miss. And then with picks number 173 and 74, we picked Jalen Husky, safety out of Maryland, and Tyreek Sapp, Florida edge. So overall, let us know down below in the comments how you think we did in this draft. I personally think we did a damn good job in this one. I mean, because listen, we solved all of the needs, all the most pressing needs on the team currently right now. Oh, Lamar has no protection. You got Vega and you got Sam Hecht. Oh, I mean, Lamar doesn't have a weapon to complement Zay Flowers. Chris Braswell II is a 6'4" dog out of Tennessee, right? And then you've got backup defensive tackle from Nnamdi Madubuike if he can't continue to go. You got an extra cornerback for depth there. You got a tight end you can develop, right? A big body tight end who you can develop, and he can also block as well. And then you've got some other depth guys too. So I think we did a great job here. Chris, what is your overall assessment of this draft that we did here today?
Overall, I think it's really solid. But like I said before, if there was a time where we could get that 3-down edge, I would have, but I just didn't see the guys that I really like on the board. But you can't go wrong with Vega round 1, man. I mean, He's just the best player at that position. I think he's going to be an all-pro very quickly in this league. Chris Brazzell, I'm so high on him. I don't care where he gets drafted. I will be watching all of his games because that's how much I like that guy as a player, man. He is everything you want as that big body X receiver. And Sam Heck, I would love for him to be a Raven, man, because he can start day one. He fits our offense. And, I mean, it's a need. It's a pressing need, especially with all these guys in the AFC North, man. They're going to be coming after us. So, got to protect 8, right?
Have to.
And then,
priority number 1.
I'm really hoping and praying that we can get Beaks, but if not, we're going to have to try to figure something out. I mean, I hope his career's not over, but I mean, at this point, nobody knows. It's just a complete mystery. Corner, I think we're going to be okay, even if we don't get one that high, but I do like Price Stock, man. He's 6'4", long, fluid, with ball skills. You just can't go wrong with that. Daquan Wright, I think that guy can develop into something. I think I said it before, but I want to say it was Yuri that posted a cut up of his from Ole Miss, and that guy was making plays. And then Husky, man, just keep him in town. Just give him the shot and just let him ball, man.
Yeah.
And then
Alex, go ahead. My bad, Chris. Go ahead.
No, it's all right. Tyreek Sapp, if you pull up his picture again, I'm not sure if you can. He actually kind of looks like Bane. So, I mean, I'll just act like that's Bane and just keep it moving.
He's got the head shape, that's for sure. He definitely has the head shape.
No neck at
Alex,
all.
What are your thoughts on the draft, Alex?
I mean, you can't get mad at it. Obviously, like Chris said, you would like to get that edge, but I'm not mad at getting a Vega at 14. It would shut me up. It would show we're trying to block and trying to keep our star quarterback, best quarterback in the league, if I may say, upright and keep him healthy, and that's kind of the biggest thing possible. A healthy 8, we know what you can get. Brazil not mad at that, and then obviously you have Tez Walker behind him. Zay, Bate. Still could maybe sign a D-Hop back. Not sure what that's all looking like, but I'm not mad at this whatsoever. I'll be pretty happy with this. I would like to trade up though. Trade some picks. F them picks. And don't use a pick when a punter. I'm gonna die on that hill.
Definitely not. Definitely not. UDFA all the way for a punter. I mean, that's definitely an underrated need, though. You remember how good Jordan Stout was last year, and we are currently without a punter. Actually, you know what? I think we got who was it? Luke Elzinga or something like that?
Yes.
Yeah,
a couple weeks ago. Right. So, I mean, we'll see what he does. Of course, they'll bring in UDFA, a couple guys here and there maybe, and they're just going to have to duke it out for that punter spot. But we're definitely going to need somebody who could at least give us, I think, 70% of what Jordan Stout was able to give us last year. Jordan Stout was very, very underrated, a very underrated Raven last year. So shout out to him. He's a giant now. He's back over there with Harbaugh in New York. But yeah, we need somebody who can replace him. Pretty big shoes to fill there. But okay, so that was our mock draft, our 5-round mock. And again, big shout out to our guy Chris Cooper here in the house. Clap it up for him. He's been great here tonight, giving us all sorts of great insight on some of these players here in the draft, man. Because listen, outside of like the first round, it gets dicey for me, Chris. And I was telling you this before the draft, and I was just like, man, it's so hard. And you mentioned it yourself, like how hard it is to cover 200 plus players, especially when we focus so heavily on NFL content, but draft season, you got to do what you got to do, man. So shout out to you. We commend you for putting in that time, that work. We know it's not easy. We know it's a grind, and we know you're very busy. So, man, a big shout out to you. Thank you so much for coming on again.
I appreciate you guys having me on. Huge fan of the show from afar. And I love the show when Sutton's been drinking a little bit too. So that's my favorite.
Oh, those are the best. Those are the best for sure. You get raw.
Hold on,
unfiltered.
I do have one bone to pick with you though. You got to leave my man Zay alone, man. He is a wide receiver 1. I'm tired of hearing you say it. Every time I see you say it on Twitter, I'm like, come on. Leave my man alone. He is our wide receiver 1. He's not that big X that you would want, but the guy can make every play on the field. He can run every route. I mean, he's our guy.
So why don't we use him vertically in the red zone? Why don't we scheme him up to get him more targets in the red zone? That's what I want to know, because I feel like a number 1 wide receiver. I agree with you. He's our number 1 wide receiver, but I don't think he's like a by definition, you know what I mean, what a bona fide wide receiver one is. He doesn't really fit that standard for me. That's a guy who's like a 3-level guy who literally, kind of like an AJ Brown, for example, like a guy who can go deep, right? A guy who can go over the middle, a guy who can threaten you in the red zone. You can throw a fade ball to back corner. And Zay Flowers, I mean, he's just got some limitations. I think that's just the truth of it. There's nothing wrong with that. He's still a great wide receiver. He demanded over a third of our target share last year, and that's how he was able to get 1,200 yards or something like that. But the problem that I have with him is just kind of like the lack of touchdown productions. That's always been the thing with me. Like, I want a guy who can get me 6 and get my offense off the field, much like I want a defense who can give the ball back to my offense, right? I need a guy who's going to finish the job and score points. And sometimes there's been plays where like I felt like Zay Flowers could score, but he didn't. I thought he got this like breakaway speed, and some guy hawks him down. He decides to cut too early, or sometimes he tries to do too much and he fumbles. It's just like I've seen wide receivers around this league be able to do everything at that position. I'm talking block, maybe not so much block, right? But like run every route, be physical, be that jump ball guy, be able to bail out their quarterback when they need help. And Zay Flowers has been there in a couple of instances, but I think Lamar Jackson responds better to a guy like Isaiah Likely, who literally, again, whenever Lamar was in trouble, throw it up to him, Isaiah Likely would come down for it. See the end of that Steelers game in Week 18, and I just don't think that Zay Flowers is really that guy. People hate me on this channel for it, but that's just always been my assessment and my opinion, man.
And I agree with most of that, but at the end of the day, when it comes to the red zone, it's all about how you scheme it. If you go back to, I want to say it was the Packers game where he scored that one time in the red zone from I think we were like 10 yards out. He was on the left-hand side, just ran a quick out and then reached for the pylon. That is his strength, getting quick separation at the line of scrimmage. Put him on an island. Stop putting him in motion across the formation in red zone. Just let him line up and beat the guy one-on-one, because he can do that to anybody in the league. He is a separator. He's quick off the line. I'm telling you, man, he is a wide receiver one. He might not be the prototypical wide receiver one, but he is by definition and target share a wide receiver one, and he's going to go off this year. I promise you that.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I love that. Coach Declan.
I'll be here then.
Yeah. No, I mean, but it was also interesting, and Alex, I didn't bring this to you, but like the interview that Zay Flowers did this past week, where he basically said with Harbaugh, the practices were so crazy. I was never fresh or 100% going into these games. And like, that just made me think like, maybe under Jesse Minter, you do see maybe a next level unlocked of Zay Flowers, where he's actually going into these games fresher, because Jesse Minter told Zay, apparently, according to Zay Flowers, he said that, you're still going to work hard in practice, but it's not going to be as hard on your body as it was under Harbaugh, because we need you guys to be able to be fresh in games. Chris, real quick, what did you take from that? I know you heard that news too.
That was kind of odd to hear, because you don't really see a lot of the Ravens players coming out and like talk about Harbaugh. I mean, they'll like answer questions, but they're not going to go in depth like he did, which was very surprising to me. It doesn't shock me, because that's always how Harbaugh has been. He's tough on his guys. They practice hard. They're in full pads a lot. I mean, if you go back to, I want to say it was Ed Reed, he was saying the same stuff. He's like, when he came in, it was his way or the highway. And we were like, nah, coach, that's not how we like it here. I mean, at the end of the day, we're moving on to a new era. And I think Jesse Minter is going to be a fantastic head coach for us. And I can't wait to see what he does for us, man. It's going to be awesome.
Yeah, same. Definitely same. But yeah, listen, Chris, it's been great having you here. We're going to go ahead and let you go here. Listen, guys, you guys can follow Chris Cooper on X at Chris Cooper _NFL. His YouTube is actually linked down in the description below this video. And his Instagram as well. Instagram is also Chris Cooper _NFL, right?
Yep.
Cool. Yes, sir. And then TikTok. He's got short video content, coming out on all of these platforms, and it's great, especially if you want like some quick knowledge on what Jesse Minter is going to bring to the table, what some of these draft prospects are bringing to the table. I've gotten a lot of value from his content. So big shout out to him again. Clap it up for our guy, Chris. Thank you so much for coming through. hopefully you can be back. Hopefully you can come back here on the pod with us here. It's a long off season, so I'm sure there'll be plenty of things to talk about, plenty of opportunities. Like you mentioned, there's like mini camp that we're rolling right into. There's training camp. There's also schedule release next month. Tons of
Hell
stuff to
yeah.
talk about here in Ravens land. So hopefully we can have you back if you would come back. Do you think you would come back and
Without a
join the
doubt.
Rain Gang again?
Absolutely, man. I'm trying to do more stuff like this. This is my first time doing a podcast. I'm not gonna lie, I was a little bit nervous, but hey, if you want to make a name for yourself, this is kind of stuff you got to do. So,
Yeah, definitely.
had
First
a
time for
great time
everything,
with you
man.
guys.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
absolutely.
That was us.
Yes, sir. All right, Chris. Well, we'll let you go. We'll talk to you later, man. Thank you so much again. Clap it up for Chris.
Guys.
All right. Peace. That was our guy, Chris Cooper _NFL, man. Again, make sure you guys follow him, subscribe on all of his social media platforms. That's X, Instagram, TikTok, Chris Cooper _NFL. Also YouTube as well. But chugging right along here on this episode 400 of the Purple Rain podcast. Alex, I want to give the viewers here, the members, just a couple more minutes to get here in the chat, right? If you have been following along and waiting for the giveaway, we're getting ready to do this giveaway here. I need you guys to sound off in the chat. Let us know you are here. Let us know you are here. Even the names that have been added since this episode has started, you guys are now in the random selector spin wheel thing. So you guys are all in there too. But I need you guys to sound off in the chat. Let me know you're here. In the meantime, while you guys are doing that, Alex, I wanted to bring this to you. I don't know if you heard about this, but apparently you had a news story come out this morning saying that AJ Brown will be traded to the New England Patriots post June 1. What were your thoughts on that?
It's like the NFL's worst kept secret. I think we've kind of known this, expected this for a while now. I guess good for the Patriots. So I'm looking forward to how that works out for them. I think now Kayshon Boutte is kind of on the trade block. He's going into, I think, his 4th year, so he'll be a free agent after this year. He needs a contract. Going to the Patriots, I mean, giving Drake May a weapon, building around him. I think now it's Devonta Smith's time in Philly, so I'm just kind of interested to see what they give up for him. I know the first round pick has kind of been the rumblings of what they're asking for, so if they give that up, man, it'll be interesting. But I think it'll be a good trade for both parties. I think it was time for him to leave Philly, and I think it was time for the Patriots to get somebody for Drake May that isn't Stephon Diggs.
Sorry, I was muted. I think the biggest thing was AJ Brown. He's going to be linking back up with Mike Vrabel, and apparently he was happiest when he was being coached by Mike Vrabel. So I think that with him going back there, I don't necessarily, because are you big on Drake May? Like, are you huge? Like, I'm not the biggest on Drake May just yet. You know what I mean? Like how I felt about like guys like Bo Nix and stuff like that. I don't feel that way quite just yet about Drake May. I need to see what he does against stiffer competition on a regular basis, because last season they didn't play anybody. They didn't play anybody last year. Go ahead.
And if you have this conversation, the people in Boston are going to call you a hater. His best game was against the Zach Orr defense. Like, let's just be real. When you walk through the playoffs, they scored 10 points against the Broncos against a good defense. CJ Stroud turned the ball over about 20 times in the game against them. There was no, statement win. I guess his statement win was walking down the defense of the Ravens.
Yeah.
Congrats. Malik Willis did that and got 50-some million. That's how he got paid, was because of Zach Orr. So we saw what happened in the playoffs against a very, very good defense. It wasn't pretty. So we'll see. But for me, the jury's still out. I think the jury is way still out.
Yeah, definitely. But I mean, AJ Brown in the AFC now, Dexter Lawrence in the AFC North, stuff is heating up. This draft is getting more important by the day. And this offseason is getting more important by the day. I think the Ravens have done a great job so far this offseason, but we will see on Thursday. And Thursday, Alex, we will be live with, who is it? We'll be live with Jason, right? Jason Huddled Up Films.
Yes.
Yeah. We're going to be live on his channel, but we'll be simulcasting it here on the Purple Rain podcast as well. So you guys can check that out. I think he's going to have a couple more guests in there too. So it should be fun. I mean, I think, again, man, this is going to be a very interesting draft. There might be some jaw-dropping moments. I really do believe there will be.
My bold prediction, the Chiefs are going to trade up to 4 or 5. They're going to try to get David Bailey. That's my bold prediction.
You think so?
Yeah, I think they're going to trade up. I think
is George Karlaftis really that bad?
They gave him a whole. that contract, and he didn't really produce last year. It was a down year altogether, but I think they're going to try to get him. Now, I'll tell you this, though. I didn't bring it up. Declan Doyle, the way he was speaking last Thursday, because they didn't really simulcast it, he used the word, like, connected about 15 times. Every question he was asked, like, he wants his offense to be connected, and I know, like, not everybody heard that, but he was kind of just, like, spot on about the small details in his offense, and kind of a breath of fresh air for me. And then Jesse Minter as well. Like, guy was just zeroed in. I think everything he said was kind of what you wanted to hear, but he is ready. He's ready for this. And then Anthony Weaver came out with a beer in hand. Jordan's on, like, he was ready. He's like, I want the season to start now. He said, I can get my guys in the parking lot here of Merriweather and we can play football. Like, that's how ready he is. So these coaches,
Ooh.
I think they're all ready for the opportunity. Like, they know what's in front of them, and each one of them, to their own say, is unproven. You know, you can look at Anthony Weaver's time in Miami; it wasn't the best. You can look at Declan Doyle; he's 20-some years old, and Jesse Minter, first-time head coach. So everybody has something to prove. And even Anthony Levine, our special teams coordinator, first time
Yeah.
being that. So all of them said some really insightful stuff. I wish they would have streamed it. I really do. My only gripe, they didn't let fans take questions. They were all pre-scripted with Peter Schrager there, but it was insightful. I think Declan Doyle is going to be better than I thought he would be. I'll tell you that right now. I do.
Yeah. And I thought that Jesse Minter, the things that he said were important because when you compare them to kind of the mentality of John Harbaugh last offseason, where he was saying things like, oh, Super Bowl or bust is for losers and that doesn't matter and you've never won.
Yes.
Now Jesse Minter's like, no, but we're going to the Super Bowl. Like that's our goal. That's our vision. Like, full stop. Like, we're not trying to settle for less. We're not trying to just do the best we can. Like, no, there's a clear goal, right? And we're taking steps to meet to reach that goal. So I love the mentality. I just love the kind of the mentality shift, like in totality. Totality is funny, but how we've gone from being the Ravens of old under John Harbaugh to new head coach, new offensive coordinator, new defensive coordinator, new star players on the team, star edge rusher. You know what I mean? We're about to have a huge draft here. And then also new uniforms. Like, everything just feels fresh and rejuvenated here. And that's, excuse me, another reason why I cannot wait personally for football to come back on TV. Yeah.
And Jesse Minter didn't shy away, I think, what Harbaugh did a lot. He, kind of said closing games in the fourth quarter. That's kind of the MO of this Ravens team. Everybody knows we're chokers when it comes to the fourth quarter. No lead is safe. And he kind of attacked that head on. He said they want games to be over by the fourth quarter, but if they're close, to finish it, to close it. And that's really what he brought on about. So I just like the energy he brings. He's not scared to beat around the bush. He'll go straight to it. And that's something I think we all were kind of upset with Harbaugh with. He would just beat around it. He wouldn't touch on it, or when he did touch on it, he was an absolute douchebag about it. Pardon my French. He really was. He was very arrogant, cocky, like you said, the whole Super Bowl or bust. Yeah, when you have this type of resources allocated to the team, these star players, man, you got to win. And we didn't do it. So enough of the yapping. I guess it's time for a jersey giveaway.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is, Sir Alex. It is time to give away our next flight jersey here on episode 400 of the Purple Rain podcast. Before we do, if you are ready, please like the video. If you have not already, please leave a thumbs up on the video if you're ready for the giveaway. All right. Let's bring it up here. So, just to kind of reiterate here, this is for our episode 400. We've been doing this podcast for 5, almost 6 years now, and we love to do nice things. We love to do nice things for the Rain Gang, especially our members here. We love to provide value for you guys. So those of you guys who are part of the Rain Gang channel membership, shout out to you, because we're going to do a lot of these giveaways here. It won't be a jersey every single time, but we will be giving away things, maybe some PRP merch, things of the like throughout the off season and into next season. So if that sounds good to you and you always want a chance to win, consider joining our Rain Gang channel membership or renewing if you're already a member now. But here we have the list of names. We have the wheel of names of members of all of our channel members, and there will be one lucky winner here that is selected. Now, the rules are you must be in the chat to claim your prize. No Mickey Mouse winners. No Mickey Mouse winners. So if you're part of the replay gang and, you thought you were going to, come back and watch the replay and try to win. No, you got to win live. Got to win live, okay? So I saw a lot of you guys in the chat, so you guys were ready. Let's go ahead and get into it, shall we? Let's go ahead and get into this. Oh man, I'm scared, man. I'm scared. I got to take a deep breath here. There's a lot on the line. These next flight jerseys are very nice. Alex saw them in person. You know what I mean? Like
Touched
they're
them.
looking beautiful.
They're beautiful.
They're looking beautiful, man. And another thing, if you do win, you get to choose. You get to select the jersey that you want. Okay, so let's get it. Here we go. And again, if your name is selected, sound off in the chat. We're gonna give you a minute. We're gonna give you, let's say, 1 minute. Yeah, 1 minute to sound off in the chat. If you don't respond in 1 minute, we gotta spin again. So here we go. First spin. Here we go. Who's gonna win that jersey? Oh, Jay and Jax. Jax. Are we here? You got to sound off. You got a minute. It starts now. Clock starts now. Do we have a Jay and Jax in the building? Alex, you're monitoring the chat. Can you keep an eye on the chat for me?
I have the chat up right now. I am looking. I don't see it still. I do not see it. Jay
We got 45 seconds. Until we got to spin it again.
This happened last time too, man.
It happens, you know. But of course, we got to reward the channel members who are here, who stay and they watch our video, you know, all that good stuff. We want to reward those who are here in this one. Jay Jax has 25 seconds. Go ahead.
It's not looking good for Jane Jackson. I think everybody else. It's gonna be a crazy hate watch. You know I'm gonna join in. Crazy hate watch.
It is. I bet. 15 seconds. 15 seconds until we spin it again. Uh-oh.
Not here. Respin. Will you remove name if not here?
Oh yeah, why not, right?
Yeah.
Why not? Here we go. So
respin.
That's up.
Respin. It's not happening.
Oh my gosh, this is crazy. Okay, all right. So let me go ahead and remove the name. Yeah, let me remove the name really quick.
Successful hate watch.
Back up here. Successful hate watch there. So sorry to Jay and Jax. You have been removed from this one, but shout out to you again for being a channel member. Maybe next time, man. Maybe next time. If you're part of the replay gang, you're listening. All right, so let's try this again, Alex, shall we? The name has been removed. Spin number 2. All right. Who do we got? Who is it gonna be? Uh-oh. Oh, Dr. Floopy Floop. Dr. Floopy Floop, are you here? Are you with us? You got 1 minute. Clock starts now. Dr. Floopy Floop. Do we have a Dr. Floopy Floop in the building? Let us know. I saw Dr. Floopy Floop earlier in the chat. I think I saw him at least.
Dr. Floopy Bazzi so that's him.
Oh yeah. Dr. Floopy Floop. Oh man.
There you go.
And you know, it's crazy. W Dr. Floopy, man. W. Oh, it's crazy because Dr. Floopy actually hit me up on X earlier today. And he was like, oh man, how do I join? And he joined the channel membership. And wow, that's crazy. It's destiny for him. There you go. Dr. Floopy. Appreciate you, man. Now listen, all I need you to do is just DM me on Twitter. You have me on Twitter now. DM me on Twitter. Let me know which jersey you want, which player, which color, what size, and then of course give me a good address as well. And just check in with me first on Twitter. Send me a DM. But shout out to you, man. Go ahead and clap it up for Dr. Floopy winning that next flight jersey here on episode 400 of the Purple Rain podcast, man. Appreciate you so much. And again, a big shout out to all of our channel members. We do this for you guys. And again, this is not the last giveaway by far. We're going to be doing a lot more. So if that sounds good to you and you didn't win this time, there is always next time. And if you're not already a channel member, please consider joining our Rain Gang channel membership because you do get extra perks like this, the giveaways. You also get the call-in shows as well. I go live on Quiet Storm Sports. You can call in, you can chop it up with your boy Sutton. You know what I'm saying? So there is value that you get from our channel membership here. And then, of course, the exclusive content too. So yeah, big shout out to Dr. Floopy Floop again. And again, thank you so much to our channel members. Lots of fun there, Alex. I love that. But yeah, I think that just about does it, Alex. Is there anything that we're missing from today?
I think everything has been said. Yeah, I think we got everything. All the bases have been covered.
All right. So thank you guys so much again for coming through to this episode of the Purple Rain Podcast. Episode 400 has been a beautiful one. And of course, draft is on Thursday. And again, just a reminder, we will be live with Jason from Huddle It Up Films. We will be simulcasting from his channel to our channel, so you can find it right here on the Purple Rain Podcast YouTube channel. Again, before you get out of here, please be sure to like this video and subscribe to the channel as well. With that being said, I'm going to let my guy Alex take us out.
Yes, thank you for coming through to episode 400 of the Purple Rain Podcast. We love you, we appreciate you, and we'll see you episode 401 for the 2026 NFL Draft. As always, stay positive, test negative.
Yes. And never, ever forget, even on the rainiest of days, to call God. This is an episode 400 of PRP. We're going to catch you guys in the next one. Peace.